my God, what the fuck?
To support the content, like, comment, and subscribe. I can guarantee you, you won't regret it.
Devontae Mitchell's family says no prison time for any of the defendants is a slap on the wrist. Some of his loved ones were in tears in the hallway outside of the courtroom, saying the sentences handed down felt like no justice at all. After more than a year of waiting, Devontae Mitchell's family finally heard the sentences.
They should have not been able to walk out of here with us after you killed my child.
Mitchell died in June of 2024 outside the Hyatt Regency Hotel in downtown Milwaukee. Graphic video shows the 43-year-old father being dragged out of the hotel after running into the women's bathroom. He was then pinned down by 4 former Hyatt employees as he was kicked and hit.
They're breathing and he's not 6 feet under.
24-year-old Devin Johnson Carson and 53-year-old Herbert Williamson pleaded guilty to 1 count of misdemeanor battery. Wednesday, they were sentenced to jail time served. 36-year-old Brandon Turner and 61-year-old Todd Erickson, both security guards, pleaded guilty to felony murder. Turner getting 12 months probation. A judge gave Erickson a stayed 4-year prison sentence and sentenced him to 2 years probation.
Devontae Mitchell was a 43-year-old man who was unalive in 2024, June 30th to be exact. And the 4 men who were involved in this situation, they all pled guilty. They all were convicted, but none have to serve a single day behind bars. Of course, the family is upset about this because whenever something happens to your loved one, you would like justice. But the question is, was this something that Devontae Mitchell brought upon himself? As you heard from the newscast, he was already under the influence of substances. He was acting erratic at the hotel. And he even went as far as running into the women's bathroom. We can't look at every situation as if somebody's doing us wrong. This is a perfect example of a bad situation turning worse. Now, according to sources, he got into a confrontation with the security guards at this hotel, where he was held down for approximately 9 minutes. The incident, which began after Mitchell caused a disturbance in the hotel lobby, resulted in his unaliving from restraint asphyxia exacerbated by obesity and his use of controlled substances. Now, many times we look at the people that are involved and we point our finger at them. We look at them and we say to ourselves that we want something similar to happen to them that happened to our significant other or our loved one. But the fact of the matter is, this is more of a story about a person not being responsible enough for their own actions to protect themselves, pointing the finger at the people that did their job is the wrong thing to do, and I think it sends the wrong message. And even though they were convicted and they pled guilty, them not getting any type of time behind bars, that's not something that we should protest or be upset about. To be honest with you, this man put himself in that situation, and I know he may remind you of your uncle. He may remind you of your brother. He may remind you of your father. He may be seen as a person who just was going through a bad time. But the fact of the matter is, you purchase your future through your present actions, and if your present actions cause a disturbance in somebody else's facility, then you have to understand that sometimes security may do their job and actually stop you from doing what you're doing. I know it's not what people want to hear, but I want your opinion on this. Do you believe that these guys should have spent time behind bars? Do you think that it was Devontae's fault, or was it the four guys' fault who stopped him from causing the disturbance? And I understand they may have went overboard. I understand that this is somebody's son that they took away from here. This is probably somebody's brother, and may even be somebody's father. But at the end of the day, as a man, we are responsible for our actions. And once you're judged by a jury of your peers, as the public, we have to live with that result. See, we can't always look at the punishment and blame the punishment or the punishers. We have to look at the catalyst of the situation. If he hadn't went in the hotel off of all the substances they found in his system, if he hadn't caused a disturbance that caused the people to stop him and remove him from the hotel, if he hadn't ran in the women's bathroom, which obviously caused the women to panic, none of this would have happened. This isn't about blaming Devontae. This isn't about blaming the four men that did their job. This is about us looking inside of ourselves and seeing when our people need help, why we don't reach out, why we don't step up, and why we don't do something more to stop that person from the reckless life that they're living. We are so quick to say, you know what, that's just Uncle. That's just Uncle Devontae. That's just my brother Devontae. That's just my man Devontae. That's just my friend Devontae. We are quick to just excuse people's bad behavior and act like it won't ever have an effect on anybody else until something happens and that person is no longer with us. Prayers out to his family. I hope they heal from this situation. And I know the four brothers that was involved in this, I know they were affected as well, along with their family, who they were taken away from for a period of time when they were behind bars. We got to stop pointing fingers and start looking in the mirror and start correcting our own behavior, because this brother could still be with us. But remember, you always purchase your future through your present. I'm your man Rice D, aka Uncle Rice, and we just unboxed it.